What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Round 5 commentary of OC Hive Mind's Modern FNM. Your boy Sparky's here with my boy Victor. Victor, how you doing today?
That was good until I had to watch this video again.
Yeah, we got you on camera playing some Eldrazi ramp against local pub stomper Dan Staub playing some Boros Energy.
I mean, I think anyone, as long as you're on Boros Energy, you're probably going to have a good chance of stomping some pubs. Unfortunately, Dan's also a good player, so that doesn't make it any easier for my
Yeah,
task
Dan
at
is.
hand.
Yeah, and I believe the die roll put Dan on the play here.
Yeah, exactly what I
Yeah.
don't need to have happen. But luckily, he actually has a slower start here. But
Yeah, he starts off with
um,
Elegant Parlor, surveils to the top, it looked like. And then
little game violation there.
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
We're looking at four. Was there you say four good cards in the coverage. Were there actually four good cards?
I think it was a decent set of cards. I kind of forget what I put on top here. Unfortunately, I kind of just remember getting absolutely stomped out.
It
So
looks like you put I think the card you drew was Kozilek's command.
yeah, I
Or
think it might have
no.
been double K command or K return.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know what I'm playing against. I know what I need to find at this point. So
Yeah, and you lead with
um,
your own surveil land. Was there the possibility of you just not having the Ugin's lab, or was it just like a slow keep for you?
against energy, you really don't want to expose those lands if you don't have to right away. So I didn't mind just playing the safe green land. Also, there's a chance that I'm going to need the untapped green source. In this case, like for Rumble or Sprawl or something.
Sure,
So
that makes a whole lot of sense. And we have you after Dan plays in a Johnny and makes a cat. We have you looking at one ring, talisman. It looks like another temple and a wooded foothills.
Wooded Foothills. Yep.
I would assume you're taking the one ring here, right?
I can't remember my hand fully, so I think I pondered about maybe taking a land so I didn't miss my
It
land
looks like
drop.
you have
But
another one ring in your hands, along with the Devourer of Destiny we know about.
yeah, so maybe I was
Okay.
just like, you know what? Because this deck is kind of weird, where you certainly need to hit your land drop. So so ring cycling isn't terrible.
Okay,
It it,
that's fair.
it can get you in this weird thing of like you're not even advancing your board and you're just doing a bad job of just ring cycling. It's not like control.
Sure. Dan drops two Delver of Secrets. Oh, sorry, Guide of Souls.
I,
Um,
actually calling it a guide of soul, or I'm sorry, a delver would be a disrespect to how push this card is.
yeah, I mean, Delver's not a 3/4. But Dan's going a little aggro here. I guess he's kind of got a read on you not having the K command at the moment.
He wanted the free.
Ooh,
He was going to flip this anyway, so it was just free. It was free.
free real estate.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I think I actually have a way to deal with the board, but after him making the Ajani Planeswalker, it was kind of a feels bad situation.
That's fair. I mean, I think your goal here is just jam a ring. It looks like you have an Ugin's Lab.
Nugen's Lab. I have another temple.
Fair. A Johnny at three energy for Dan. Dan draws Blood Moon. Uh oh. Things are not
Yeah,
looking good for our hero, Eldrazi Ramp.
no, no. And there's only two in the main deck, so really felt bad to have that happen, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have white here, so it'll be interesting to see if he plays it this turn. Is he just gonna? Yeah, I like this play from Dan, just making one of his guides big enough so it doesn't die to Kozilek's return. Okay, and then he tries to get rid of your one ring this turn, which I also like.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You certainly don't want me to draw extra cards. There's no.
Yeah, you drawing 2 to 3 cards next turn is definitely rough for him. So we get a count on the graveyard to see how big or if a possible Emrakul is going to come down. And I see the lab. We know about the DOD Devourer of Destiny. Let's see. Let's see what you choose to do here. It looks like you also have a Ancient Stirrings in hand.
Yeah, I can't remember what my exact thought process was here. I think I was thinking about Blood Moon a little bit, but the problem is that while it's all well and good that I can think about that, there's just also this massive board beating me in the face.
Yes,
Um,
the real question is, do you have an answer for that? And the hard point is most likely not. Because I guess you can go here and try and find Forest, right? Or you can find Beseju.
you can find Forest, you can find All Is Dust if you're lucky. Too bad it was too late.
Very nice, all is dust.
Yeah, All Is Dust would have been great if I was able to cast it right here and now, but unfortunately, I was a land short of being able to do it. Because I
Well,
have
you all,
six right
I
now.
also don't think you had an all is dust in your hand, right?
No, 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 no. I only play one. So
Yeah. Okay. But
yeah.
you use all the rest of your mana for the turn. You play a one ring. Dan's gonna on his upkeep. Like this play from Dan. Don't waste the energy. Like get rid of the rings while they're there.
Yeah, I forgot to respond to the trigger too. I was supposed to activate before that happens, but
That's fair because you can draw and then draw.
yeah, it's a free draw. It's
100%.
so it is what it is. But unfortunately,
Definitely at this
and
point is where I'm. If I'm Dan, I want to deploy this Blood Moon. So we'll see if he wants to do anything beforehand. If he has another land drop. Nope.
no, he just puts it in.
All the
He
razzle
should.
dazzle. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
you don't need to cast another white spell for the rest of this game. So what does it matter?
Yeah, and then he's got two guide triggers, so he just makes his dudes bigger than another K return.
Yeah,
And then
you
he has
just
like three lethal, not lethal creatures, but he's got three like creatures that can get you in the, not only in the air, but like creatures that are going to do some actual damage and not die to a sweeper. It looks like another abundant growth.
Utopia Sprawl.
Utopia Sprawl, sorry.
Yeah,
And then a Devourer and a Myco spawn. But
yeah, my
I think the issue is you just have mountains.
I just have mountains, which is unfortunate because I could have got a forest off of
The fetch
the
early in the
no
game,
off
yeah.
of the stirrings.
Oh, that's
Like,
right. Okay, yeah, there was that possibility. And then Dan had all these.
yeah,
He had the other Blood Moon anyway.
I'd like to say whoever designed this set at Wizards, if you got fired, I wouldn't feel bad seeing you in the unemployment line, but that's okay.
Victor's opinions are his own and not that
Yeah,
of the OC Hive mind.
of my individual freedoms of I'd
Yes,
love to see them lose their jobs. But anyway, you know what? It is
I
what it is.
have been enjoying the set, but I know a lot of people are down on it. I do think Boros is beatable if you build your deck correctly, but we shall see what happens in December. Right? We have a banned and restricted announcement coming up in a month and a half, give or take.
Make sure to put your bets on FanDuel so you get your bonuses now. Use code HiveMind. Just kidding.
Yeah, not sponsored, but don't mind it.
Yeah, wouldn't mind being
Not,
sponsored by FanDuel, but
not trying
yeah,
to teach the kids to gamble. Unless you're playing what is it,
it
Hollow
must
One, then gamble all you want.
yeah, it must be turn
Uh,
on normal deck.
yes. What did you bring in this match? It looks like four cards.
It was gonna be. It would have been two. I think I brought in two Trinisphere and two. Um.
And you just don't have a
Uh.
sideboard. That's good to know.
Yes, that is very good considering I can't think of it off the top of my head, and shame
It's
on me
all
for not
good.
having the list in front of me. But definitely two more. So I played a split of two Kozilek Return
Okay.
in the sideboard. So I know I for sure brought those two in. I think I might have brought in the Trinispheres because I was on the play, and I like Trinisphere on the play.
Yeah,
Just because
I think that's
turn
a fair
two, you
choice.
might just energy. If you think about it, the curve is strong. So
Yeah.
if you can disrupt that curve out in any way, shape, or form, you're in a much better situation. Just and also Trinisphere just says that they're only playing one spell a turn. If
Yeah.
your Boros Energy opponent has
No, I am
six lands,
Raptor. Yeah.
yeah, you're not playing Amp. Well, you could play Amp Raptor, but not for until way later. But if your energy opponent has six lands and is able to do this stuff and play around Trinisphere,
You're probably winning that game. Yeah.
you're either already winning or you're really really dead. You just haven't caught up to it.
Thinking about Dan, I think he brought in disruptor flutes and charmaws and maybe Orm's chance because it looked like he cut like the one rings against you and some of the lightning bolts.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly agree with that, just because the ability to just simply fog your your Eldrazi opponent with the Orange Chant for 1 mana just says take it, take, you lose your turn. Is
Basically,
huge.
1 mana time walk. Yeah, they get to play their land, but it is what it is. It looks like Dan's got a couple cats and he's gonna ship it away. You're gonna keep your 7. Uh, I know it's been a couple days since then. Do you think you remember what was in your 7? I see a lot of colorless cards. That's what your deck does.
Yeah, I think it was close because it had
Like an early Micah spawn.
an early enough Michael Spawn. If I hit a, I think the problem was that I was missing green. I think that was my problem. But I think, or maybe I have
I
a
think
fetch
you
in
have
there.
a fetch.
I have
Yeah.
Messi in there. So
Yeah.
then, yeah, I don't remember my hand that well. And I'm sorry for everyone at home that I don't
No,
take
it's
maybe
okay. I mean,
better notes than I should have. But we'll figure it all out together.
again, Dan's got relatively slow start. I do see Static Prison, and he kept the card on top with the Parlor. I would assume you're going to find a basic here after the Blood Moon fiasco.
No, I
Nope.
didn't learn my no, didn't learn my lesson. Maybe I just said
Yeah,
I don't care.
that's
I,
fair.
got- I kind of forgot why I did it that way, but that's all right.
You don't need to respect it, but hey, sometimes they don't have it. We get a surveil from you, and you put a temple in the yard. I think you do have like 2 temples in hand, along with another. Yeah, wooded foothills. Okay, so you had the other way to get green, so I think that was a fair line. Raptor on 2 is a little ballsy. Into a guide.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you're not gonna get punished for it. So why does it matter?
No, but I mean like we just talked about like the cards he sideboarded out. Like he does have 4 possible bad hits of flipping a Charma.
Yeah, I mean, do I like playing it on two? Not always, but hey,
Yeah,
listen, it certainly didn't hurt here. Which
yeah.
sometimes if you take
I
those
I do
percentage
think
plays,
and I don't know enough about the Eldrazi matchup, but I do think that finding a second colorless land here may have been a little bit of a downfall because he gets to go turn 3 Charma. I don't
yeah,
know if that's
that
certainty.
was that was a misstep on my part. I probably should have just
Yeah.
got another
Because I
forest,
think you
but
had a temple or like another double land in your hand. It looks like a temple in your hand.
it's a Ugin's Lab.
Okay, got it. And then you drew the forest, the foresta. Alrighty. Dan draws. I think that was a flooded strand. So what does he have? He's got 4 in the air, possibly, or no, he's got like 8 in the air. If he pumps the raptor.
Yeah, if he can play a creature, he's got A in the air, which certainly that would be the play to go for, just because one, it's one less creature that's returnable at that point.
Yeah,
But
100%, and it's a better clock. That's a creature. That's a hell of a creature. It's a shame these Microspawn don't have reach.
I would be completely I can't think of the word, but it would be wrong of me to say that they should have reach. They've already got way
That's
too much
true.
as it is.
Okay, that's Ocelot pride.
Yep, and here's the Goblin Bombardment to end the game.
Yeah, that's GG, right? Because you make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jesus. Okay, well, we thank everybody for hanging out with us and enjoying this short video this week. Victor, I'm sorry this happened to you.
Fire everyone at WotC.
Yeah, I mean, Dan just made this look like a combo deck here. He is remembering all his triggers, but you are just straight dead.
Oh yeah.
GG's. Wow, Boros Energy, ladies and gentlemen. You can buy your packs at your local game store and play MH3 Sealed. As always, we thank you for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below anything we missed. I've been Sparky. Say goodbye, Victor.
Goodbye, Victor.